Hello, everyone. I'm Harjot Singh. 100 days of lockdown. I'm counting the days. Today's the 100th day since we've been in lockdown. And so much has happened, hasn't it? But before we even get started, I just want to say how happy I am to have this opportunity to share my thoughts with you. And I also want to congratulate Giles and his team for coming up with such a great initiative. And I want to thank all the other speakers and experts and luminaries and humans that have shared their talks on this platform. You've all kept me company. And, as I think about lockdown, I think about isolation, I can't help but think that the generosity of the human spirit is alive and well. So, on that note, I just want to say, look, it's great to be connected with everyone during this lockdown 2020. Despite the fact that the world and the whole world's been locked in, we've actually managed to do so much good and so much that's just totally awful. And I think we've all been witnessing this incredible range of diversity of the human race and all of its different behaviors. But as exposed as we are to differences and frictions, I just want to take this moment to reinforce what actually brings us together and makes us one. So I want to share with you two thoughts that I've been dwelling on, recurring thoughts, that song's been playing on and on and on in my head. And so I want to share with you two thoughts that I've come across, recurring thoughts during this lockdown. First is the lesson from Jane Elliott. If you don't know her, which I'm sure many of you might do already, she's a wonderful American educator, and her mind-blowing essential reminder that we have been wrongly, and I would even go as far as adding maleficently, educated in believing that the world is populated by 5 or 6 races. Well, it turns out that there is only one race on the planet, and that is the human race. And if you haven't heard her speaking, please, please, please just Google her. She's wonderful. The second thing is all these conversations about diversity have made me go back to a memory. The memory many, many, many years ago when I first became a Canadian citizen. And I swore to our Queen to respect and honor our founding values and principles. And one of those principles on which Canada and its society is formed upon is the concept of the mosaic as opposed to the melting pot, which is more popular in the US, especially in New York, where so much is going on. You see, I can't help but just remember and share with you that in a melting pot, our characteristics and features are blended into one assimilated entity that forces people to leave out what made them unique or different and integrate into a unified and, dare I say, artificial block. A lot more can be said about this, but I'll leave that to another occasion. But the mosaic instead maintains the differences for what they are, allowing them to represent cultures, experiences, and every wonderful color as long as they all stay together. And I'd like to think that there are two processes in these two different approaches. One that is about eliminating and melding differences into an unrecognizable blob, and one that is represented by the intelligent network connecting the millions of different pieces that make up our society. The intelligence, the thoughts, our dedication, and empathy lies in the space between us, like the spaces between the pieces of a mosaic. That's our space for action, the space between each other, the place that's connecting each other. And let's keep this in our mind at work and in our daily lives. And especially let's keep this in our mind when it comes to the business we're in, the creative industry, the creative profession, where diversity of cultures, experiences, and points of view are essential to give our clients an innovative solution or a genuinely innovative solution that's based on original thought. So, on that note, let's be different. Let's love ourselves and love each other for being different. And let's really just reclaim the power of being labeled as different into something that propels us individually and together as an industry forward together. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these two thoughts. Just wanted to share them with you. And yes, let's stay connected. Let's stay together. And I send you all lots of love and good health. Thank you for listening.